The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is a brought to Market Fantasy. Get up to 1K in pause match with Market Fantasy. The promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's the Prop Show here for Wednesday morning, August 6th, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your host, Reichel, joined again by the bros. We're together. We're going to break down the props for today's card. Adam, how's it going with you? Next week around this time we'll be in Vegas. So how's it going?
We will be. I don't know what our show schedule is going to be like. And Scott Bowser just asked if we would hang a TV for him on Saturday, and I said, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, why not? For Bowser, yeah, of course. But yeah. I want to point out, as you mentioned, next week's schedule might be a bit weird because a reminder of the time difference. I love recording.
We'll probably do the show like late at night and record it because the lines will be out.
I was going to say that would make the most sense because I think as much as we do love the normal record time, 7 a.m. Pacific's a little bit much. So we'll figure it out. Yep. But either way, how's it going with you? What's up?
It's good. I love, dude. We got a VIP in here. We got Al Gore has shown up to the show. I'm very Al Gore in the chat, which makes it pretty awesome. So Al Gore is actually asking about props today. The inventor of the internet is actually here on our show. Yeah, we did not get the what was it? We didn't get the Iron Dome cap yesterday. There was late breaking news that changed my Iron Dome cap. If I had known that there wasn't actually going to be a ceasefire, that Netanyahu was more like, no, I'm all in, I would have faded.
I think when in doubt, next time we should just assume that he's all in.
Yeah, but then we would always be fading.
I know.
So I don't know. Like it felt like a good spot. It also the metrics backed it, but it's fine. Whatever. We'll do whatever we need to do. We do these things. I'm just putting in one of my plays right now on a book that does not sponsor the show. So I'm making sure that I have it, and now I do. And I got limited, so that stinks. All right, well, whatever. Cool. But let's do it. I'm looking up DPs as we speak. So
yeah, I know last episode wasn't exactly the best for us. I went 1 and 2. Shout out to Fetty, who made one really bad pitch, which was all I needed because Collins hit one to the moon. That was basically it. Besides that, he pitched pretty well, but not my problem. The other stuff didn't work out. Unfortunately, Rave only got 2 plate appearances like I thought, but he got a single anyway, so whatever. It is what it is. But we'll look for a better episode here on the props for a Wednesday. Anything you want to talk about before we get into the props, or do you want to just get right into it?
We might have some breaking news, economic news that changes Brandon Nimmo cap.
Okay.
Trump is announcing a Apple investment, so that's not really. I don't know if it's really Trump news as much as
I don't know if that's enough to move the needle for the Nimmo props, but I don't know.
Shout out to Liam who gave us a real good one last week, the other day when he
it worked out with the job.
It worked out really well. He had a double at the buzzer. It was awesome.
Yeah. So once again, we'll see what happens with some news, but either way, I don't think we have many geopolitical caps for today's card.
No geopolitical caps. There's a lot of actually. I'm going to look at a couple guys. I might add a late breaking walk. Actually, there's a couple. Again, we got a lot of guys making their first start in like months or first starts for new teams.
Mm-hmm. So either way, it should be interesting. There are a couple of games starting at 12:30, by the way, so just keep an eye out for it. Something to keep in mind. Either way, though, before we get into any of our props for the show, a reminder that Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32 NFL team previews. We're also bringing back the phrase that pays. Each episode will be a key word, a 32-word phrase. Submit the entire phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 circa future. Anyway, starting off with the actual props for the card. Adam, what do you like first as your prop?
Okay, we'll go to the 12:30 game. Let's see. We're going to go to the 12:30 game, and we're going to go Trevor Rogers, 6 Ks, plus 130 against the Phillies. This is a day game. This is kind of one of those things that Trevor Rogers does really well, and the Phillies they have an off day tomorrow. 8 of 9 Phillies have K rates, 23% or higher against left-handed pitchers in their last 30 plate appearances. And Skubal, who I would expect to, and Povich, of all people, carved up these Phillies. Phillies have gotten carved up by lefties. The fact that Cade Povich carved up this team is a little alarming. So this is a pretty low K rate for Trevor Rogers. Look, his underlying metrics consistently say that he's going to blow up, but Phillies have just been swinging at lefties like it's nobody's business, and there's so much blue when you look at their plate appearance stuff. So I'm going to go and happen to take Trevor Rogers to strike him out at noon.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the same game, and I'm going to go with the fade of a guy that we've been loving to fade recently, mainly with strikeouts, which I'll mention in a second, but I am going to go with Cowser. I'm going to take his no hits at plus 120. He's had no hits in 5 of the last 6. He's also been really bad against lefties this season, and Suarez is pitching. So against lefties, he has a 151 batting average so far this season. Lefties against Suarez have not been good either. 69 plate appearances, a 203 batting average, and Cowser has a K rate of 46% in the last 10 games. 46%. He's not even close to making contact with the ball. And I do think that Cowser, with him striking out as often as he does, I think he's going to struggle in any outing. But Suarez has been pretty good. Good enough for me. Plus money. Give me Cowser no hits at plus 120. That's my first prop.
Yep. It's good. I think Cowser won us a parlay last night, didn't he?
Oh, you had 2 strikeouts.
2 Ks? Yeah, 2 Ks. Plus
we had him, and then we had a couple walks with Littell.
Awesome. We had an under walk in there, too.
With Zebby to go under his walks, yeah.
And he did it. I'm just looking at some other stuff on here as I do this. Scott Bowser is saying, like, he says he'll take 5 minutes for us to move his TV, and then we can do it. So I told him that we confirmed it on air. That's awesome. Nope, I like it. I like a Cowser fade. Cowser, that should probably be in our underdog entry.
Yep. Anyway, I'll ask you, though, about Cowser in general. Are you going back to the strikeouts today?
I'm not.
Because I don't think that Suarez is like a good enough strikeout guy to feel really good about Cowser.
No, that's where I'm at on him too. Sorry, let me just. I'm just looking at what I got to do. Timing.
There he is. There's Bowser who's in the chat.
There's Bowser that we rule. Yeah. Bowser jumping right in. Yeah, Bowser, we will move your.
We're gonna help you with your TV.
The father-son moving duo will come over and take care of all your TV moving needs. And then I told him, I said, and then I'm Ubering all of us back to Circa because you and I are spending all day just doing whatever, and then possibly going to Backstreet Place. So we'll see.
Potentially, we'll see.
Potentially, we're gonna be
for the sake of going
not
to the Sphere.
An advance ticket. That is like 2 p.m. Like, hey, like I'm gonna see if we want to go. And
no, that's wait a second. Why are there like 1,000 unsold tickets? And then maybe we'll just take a couple.
Yeah, on a Saturday night in August. I mean, dude, it could be it's also gonna matter how we do on craps on the Friday night. Because if we lose like $1,000, I'm not gonna spend $400.
That's fair. There's a chance in theory that at some point during the trip, maybe if it's late night and I'm just up, maybe I'll play some poker. So maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. If you go on a run, whatever, father-son shit. Anyway, point is, my next play, I am doing just a standard boring batter prop right now. I'm going to do, so I was looking for ways to fade Dustin May because Dustin May is not good and he has not been good against this Royals team. He's actually not been good in Fenway. And I came across I was just trying to find the right thing. He hasn't, like, the walk rates and some of those things aren't where I want him to be. I thought about the over-earned runs. And then I came across just how great Bobby Witt has been lately. And let me just clear my thing here. Yeah, Bobby Witt in his last 30 against right-handed pitchers. Last 30 being plate appearances, guys, not games. Batting .320, 412 BABIP. 433 on base percentage, 560 slugging percentage. His last 5 games, his average is tipped off, but he's still just making really good contact. He's got a max EV of 112, a barrel rate of 313. I think he may homer. So, obviously he's a pull hitter, so it's a little hard for him I don't think he's going to homer at Fenway. But I put a sprinkle on it, but I took his over 1.5 bases. He's actually been getting his ISOs a little. People will be like, well, why didn't you take a double? And I might, but sprinkle a little bit more on a double. Like maybe we'll do a double in the underdog entry. I'm not opposed to that for a bomb, but his ISO is not as high as I would like it to be. And so, he's actually been getting 2 hits pretty consistently. Either way, I just want to make it easy for you guys. Minus 125, Bobby Witt, 2 total bases. And I sprinkled a little bit on that home run as well.
So out of curiosity, though, what was the price on the double?
I'll look. I don't know. It was $275. I'm not really interested in that.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it'd be like $350.
I mean, the home run's $480, so I sprinkled on the home run just in case he hits one like to center or oppo to like left, like to left, right center. But $275 for a double, I'm not interested in.
No, I get that. So there you go.
Especially when his hits is plus 170. Like the delta isn't that great.
Yeah, no, you're not getting enough in return.
No, the best. Also, like he has good history against. I mean, his history against. He has a home run, 2 RBIs, 1.66 OPS. I just would rather keep it easy.
No, I get that. Anyway, before we get into my second prop for the show, a reminder that we're brought to you by our sponsor, Arc Fantasy. They're doing Best Mania, happening all summer long. Giving away 15 million prizes, 2 men first place. No waiver wire, no trade arguments. Basketball is the best way to play fantasy football. And a reminder, Rug is also the great place to play pick'em entries if you want to try to win 500 times your entry. I know Terrell and I did hit our underdog entry for WNBA, which was a 9-1 yesterday. So hopefully you tailed that. A reminder, though, that if you sign up with the promo code MLB SGPN, you can get a special pick and first time visit offer up to $1K in bonus cash on fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Who's bookie?
Who's bookie? My bookie.
So my bookie is the best place to play in every sport. They have baseball, they have WNBA, they have golf, they have tennis, they have course football futures, and they're also available at a ton of locations. Use crypto for fast payouts and use a positive sign up though for your new account. Use the code SGPN to get 100% off the match up to 1K. Terms and conditions, MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple of props for the Wednesday card. Time to move on into my second prop. To be honest, Adam, I have to call an audible because the bright side of having 2 games at 12:30, one of my guys was not going to play.
Oh,
and it was confirmed, so I actually spent the last 5 minutes trying to find somebody else. I was going to fade Henry Davis. If you didn't look at his numbers post-All-Star break, oh my God, he's been terrible. But anyway, he's not playing. So I ended up going with another fade instead. I'm going to fade Mickey Gasper. Who the hell is that?
Man.
Exactly. He's a random Twins NPC guy. It is confirmed he is playing today. He's batting 9th.
Is he batting? So real quick, is because I had looked at Brooks Lee or Eduardo Julian as Ks. Are either of those guys out of the lineup because of
Eduardo's out? Lee's
I assumed Eduardo's out. Yeah.
Lee's batting 8th, but Eduardo is not playing.
Gasper stinks. By the way, I see Jermaine 34. If you like this, do I like it more than the outs? I don't, because the Phillies actually tend to hit around lefties. But the way that they get out is via strikeout and some other things I'll talk about with innings pitched, but we'll get there. So
yeah, but either way, point is, for the sake of this matchup, Gasper is a -118 for no hits. He's been really bad. As you said before, he stinks. He has no hits in 7 of the last 8. You have Flaherty pitching for Detroit, who's actually been pretty good lately. The last 2 starts, 12 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run. So he's been very good. Does walk some guys. Good for me. I don't give a damn if he walks Gasper. It works to my benefit. But the point is, he's been pitching pretty well lately. And Gasper, despite being a switch hitter, has been really bad batting from the left side so far this season. Against righties, he has 4 hits in 30 plate appearances this season. So he's much better as a righty batter than a lefty batter this season. Good enough for me. Yes, I would have had another void, but luckily I got the lineup announcement before I actually was able to announce my play. So I found an audible. Give me Mickey Gasper in the 9 spot. A DH batting in the 9 spot. Good luck with that.
What a world. What a world.
What a world. But either way, give me Gasper, no hits, at -118.
I'm sorry, I was distracted because I was thinking about how you and I are going to basically get to do something at Scott's house and then eat at one of his local pizza places, and then his girlfriend drives us to Circa. It's just like, what a weekend.
Shout out to the Evil Knievel pizza place.
I know. No, I feel like Gasper won us money last year. Also, whenever I hear Gasper, I think of Boom Gasper from Pearl Jam.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. But anyway, I'll go with him -118. There we go. So
cool.
That's my second prop. What do you like as your third?
All right. So this is to the point that I was saying to Jermaine. I wanted to kind of take a look at this. So something that everyone needs to be looking at now is pitchers and what their innings were last year, especially on teams that are kind of out of it. So
we did that with Liberatore last start.
Trevor Rogers is not in that boat. So I don't mind the over outs because he might there's a solid chance that he eats those innings just because he does. He's only at 56 innings. But this guy that I'm about to talk about is at his most innings pitched since 2022. He is at almost 100 more innings this year. Yeah, I totally 3-10 to the over. Totally, trends are good. They're great. It's just also about form and stuff. So
my fear wouldn't have been the innings. It would have just been the Phillies offense being really good.
Yeah, but they still strike out. Cade Povich struck out 7 of these guys, and Cade Povich, and he walked 4. So it's sort of like,
My point is, though, the pitch count might build even if Rogers pitches decently.
Right, and I think the way that he gets a lot of these guys out is going to be by strikeout. I think Castellanos is going to be good for 2 strikeouts, possibly Harper. So anyway, point is, Harper's actually had terrible history against Rogers. Point is, so Jeffrey Springs has like almost 100 innings pitched more than he had last year. He's had injury history the last couple of years. He is obviously he's been pretty solid this year, but we're going to take his under outs because of a lot of this stuff. Some of these guys are starting to get reeled back. He's at 120, him being at 126 and knowing that he probably has 150 cap on the season on an A's team that's pretty much out of it. That's something I think that is pretty important. It's also we're taking under 17.5 outs plus 128, under in 3 of his last 5 on the road. Only one opposing left-handed pitcher has gone over their outs line since June 16th against the Nationals. And they're walking a lot. So they're like, the walk rates for Nationals guys against lefties are kind of crazy. So I'm looking at it right now.
It's actually funny you mentioned that because I thought about overnight looking for a YouTube play. I thought about taking the A's, and then I looked at Washington's numbers against lefties, and I'm like, oh, they're actually pretty good. And
well, it's weird. They I took
a different angle instead.
They get on base a lot. Like there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, I'll share screen. So
I looked up their WRC plus at home against lefties over the last couple weeks. They've actually just been really good against lefties.
Here,
I'm fine with it. Yeah, I got it.
All right. So again, shameless plug for Handigraphs. But last 30 plate appearances against lefties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have what would be considered great to elite walk rates.
Yeah.
We might want to do throw something at a Jeffrey Springs walk ladder here. But this is nuts. I mean, they're striking out. That's fine, but they're also just they're
taking pitches, so that's fine.
So yeah, it's so got to do it. It's too much traffic for me. He also qualifies. I made a filter in this called it's called pitchers who might stink right now, and it's basically guys who have high BABIPs and high hard hit rates in their last few starts. Those are Springs, May, Cannon, even though we're backing the Sox today, and David Peterson. So anyway, that all is long-winded to say Jeffrey Springs under 17.5 outs.
The point is, last night I ended up pivoting off of the backing of Springs. I still picked the A's. I took the team total instead. I just avoided him entirely. But that's kind of how I went about it.
Who's pitching for Washington?
It's Cavalli. His second career start, because I think he blew out his arm in his first ever start in 2022.
He's not even on my list.
I was going to get to him because my last play's in the same game.
Do it. Go for it.
So instead of going with the A's, of course, team total, which I did for YouTube, I took Soderstrom. I took his over 1.5 HRR at minus 105. He's had at least 2 HR in 5 straight. Cavalli's pitching for Washington. His minor league numbers have been really bad, and he got promoted anyway. So his minor league numbers this year, 74 innings, a 5.25 ERA. On top of that, he has allowed at least 4 earned runs in 5 of his last 6 minor league starts. So he's done nothing to warrant getting promoted, but he's here because the Nationals stink. And over the past 10 games, Soderstrom has a hard hit rate of 47.5%. He leads the entire team. Langoliers had 3 home runs yesterday. He still leads the team over the last 10 games for hard hit rate. Give me Soderstrom over 1.5 HRR. The A's have been hitting well lately. Cavalli is a random NPC pitcher who's been terrible in the minor leagues. And Soderstrom's batting 5th, which I like. Yeah, Gore, that's the guy with Tommy John. He made 1 start in his career, had an ERA of about 14, blew his arm out, and he hasn't pitched in the majors since. What can possibly go wrong? Give me Soderstrom over 1.5 HRR at minus 105.
Cool. Into it.
That's my thoughts. You have any miscellaneous props you want to share?
I got stuff I live in to like for underdog, but let me take a look and see if we got people are always like, people just be bugging me and saying, we want the batter strikeouts. So let me give you a good guy to strike out on using my whiffs prop. By the way, the people that see this, handygraphs.com. It is awesome. All right, so let's go. We go with last 5. Let's find somebody good, a whiff guy. Who has been striking out like crazy? The problem, so Chris Morrell has, but Tyler Anderson doesn't strike anybody out. So Mike Trout has, but I don't know if Shane Bass can really strike him out. Do you think he can? Trout's been automatic.
Can, but yeah.
Trout's been automatic on the.
Well, I'm going to ask: are you going for strikeouts in the game, or are you going for first plate appearance?
First plate appearance strikeout is different. First plate appearance strikeout. There's guys who I like. Like I like Brooks Lee. I like Brooks Lee a lot actually for that one.
He's batting 8th.
But looking at let's see. Mike Trout has in his career, he hasn't struck out here. I'm just looking. Let me see if I can find one, guys. Yesterday was great. Who's pitching for the Marlins? Oh, Jansen Junk. He doesn't see. We don't have any K pitchers on the other side. Is sort of the problem. James Wood has been better. Isn't striking out against lefties, which is a problem.
I can't even make a pitch to you for Rodon because he's a lefty. So you're not going to see Tellez or Jock in the lineup for the
who.
Rangers,
Let me see. What about maybe
if you have any faith in Gavin Williams, you have Alvarez who might be catching for the Mets.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, I got one, guys. I got one. Going with Jonah Heim.
Okay.
We're gonna do Jonah Heim with his. I don't even know if he'll be in the lineup.
I don't know who catches Leiter because Leiter's still a young pitcher.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually in the. Jonah Heim's not in the lineup. I wouldn't do Langoliers, so I wouldn't take Langoliers the day after he had a monster game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think that's like the best way to. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. Let me just keep seeing here. We got a couple guys.
I don't know if I'd want to back Langoliers anyway, but just based on Cavalli making his first start ever. I mean, for the hit, that's probably not worth the juice anyway.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see. DK, it should be the under. It's under, so it should be plus money.
I mean, you mentioned Brooks Lee if you wanted to.
Yeah. So someone's asking about the outs, and I'm on the under on that one. I'm looking. Brooks Lee's not bad. We could do. So the problem is that the lineups have now all changed because of everything. Give me one more second, and if not, I'm just gonna have to tweet these. But James McCann qualifies in this thing against. If we think Nestor Cortez strikes him out, I mean, like that's the thing. I don't want to take a guy that like hasn't pitched all year.
I was thinking. I mean, if you want to go for a White Sox, I don't know if you want to back Kirby or not, but you can go for a White Sox if you want to make an argument.
I like the White Sox in this game. I think it's a good White Sox.
Yeah.
So there aren't a lot of good
strikeout
K1s. Yeah, there aren't a lot of. But I'll look one more time at the pitchers walks guys. Just
I would say Gaussman maybe, but it's in Coors, which always is tricky.
Yeah, but Gaussman's been great.
I know. That's why I'm saying. So if you're going for a strikeout guy, maybe that game, but it's still
we're paying a premium then. How about this? How about we do? Here's an idea. You want to do? Let's look at Nestor.
I was going to ask if you wanted a Robbie Ray one.
Well, I think there's a couple guys that we could do. We could do Robbie Ray's not bad.
No, I'm saying that game's at 12:30, but you can make an argument. That
well, yeah, but we could do that. Robbie Ray, lefties, last 30. Let me get rid of those K rates. We just did it. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do Robbie. I think we can do Robbie. I think I can get away with Robbie, right? Good. Ray, I like. So Ray, I like. Nestor, I like. Gavin, I like. There's a lot of pitchers that I like doing that. The Aragani injury was like a lat, I believe. So
I thought it was his thumb. I thought he broke.
It was his thumb, but he also had a lat then later on. That's why he hasn't pitched at all. He had no strikeout stuff in his minor league starts. He just didn't look good at all, and that's part of why you and I took an overnight. We took the Marlins run line. I think the Marlins bomb him today. All right, so what were we saying? We were saying Ray.
You wanted to go for Robbie Ray against somebody else.
Yeah, I think I could be convinced to do Robbie Ray. Let's do.
Out of all the pitchers today, he's one of the better strikeout stuff guys. So.
Oh, I wasn't talking about strikeouts. I was talking about walks because
that too. We know he's an all or nothing pitcher, so that's kind of what he's known for.
Yeah, let's see. The thing is that I think we could do that. I think I might that's 2.5 at plus 130. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to force stuff too either, guys, but he's probably been better on the road.
I see J-Man mentioning Anderson against the Rays. I actually looked into the Anderson walks last night. It was at 1.5. The Rays' walk rates lately have been absolutely atrocious. I stayed away from them.
I'm not. The Rays are. I
looked into it though, but no, the Rays have not been walking at all.
And you and I have Angels first to 4 in pocket. There's nothing. I'll tweet out other stuff I like, guys, because I don't want to force some stuff right now. There just isn't a lot that I love, but no, in terms of like in pocket, like sides and totals, we split a unit between Marlins run line and Marlins. We split a unit between Pirates and Pirates run line, a couple of the dogs, and then Angels first to 4. I really liked a lot. First to 4 was plus 125, and it's a good play because Anderson could spot them at 3-0 lead and they could still come back because the Angels aren't scoring really in the first 5. What I've noticed, they've been really good about it after that. So
there you go. So anything you want to mention for DPs, or it's not a DP day?
Let me see. I'll just look real quick to see who qualifies.
We got time. We're only 26 minutes.
No, I know. I have a meeting with somebody at 11.
What time is that? Oh, okay,
11. Fine. We got time.
We're gonna finish that before.
It's not someone I care about either. It's Evan from Outlier, so I don't really care.
That's fine.
All right. So the only DP targets I'm seeing, Arizona might be one. Let's see. I'll look at this one. People just want one thing. DPs. We got to make that into a video.
It's still not sponsored, so that's unfortunate.
Well, we'll get there. Okay, so
we'll make the pitch when we go to Vegas.
Guys who make a lot of it's actually a good one. All right, let's go with it's Discalfini. No, people haven't been hitting into DPs a lot lately. It's been interesting. Do we want like the last 15 days? The Twins have been hitting into a bunch. The White Sox have been hitting into a bunch. Have the Braves been hitting into a bunch?
Do you think Flaherty is a good enough DP pitcher? Because I'm concerned he might
I think that ball is usually gone. So in DP, I look for a guy who has like a high whip and a high left on base and a high ground ball rate. I actually don't mind the Arizona. I don't mind Arizona. I could do that. Let me see the prices on that. Arizona to turn 1 against the Padres.
Okay. Assuming the price will be decent.
Yeah. I also, I'm going to put in our underdog, but I like Dustin May. Well, actually, it's plus money, so we should take it straight. But I may double down and take the Dustin May over earned runs, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so Arizona and the Padres. Let's take a DP in there. Team total. Arizona to never mind. Minus 205. So you're gonna we need a dance partner for that one. That's not gonna work. And then the Mets, David Peterson is doing one.
You mentioned his hard hit rate's big, but that's fine because you want guys on base anyway.
Yeah, but the problem is that in the last 7 days, the Guardians have gone into 0 DPs.
Did you want Suarez for the Phillies?
No.
I
might want ideas. These are just not. They're not great. Like none of these are fantastic. Like either people are just going to possibly strike out too many guys, or that's just not what's going to happen. What about the Tigers have been hitting into a lot of them?
Okay. They're using some random pitcher I never heard of. Using Hatch as like an opener or as the main guy. Like I don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah, we might just
I thought maybe Gavin Williams, but that might be pushing it too. Because he walks guys and the Mets have been terrible lately.
The Mets isn't bad. Let's see what the price is. Because we could parlay it with this Arizona one.
I don't know if I even want to parlay with Arizona. Minus 205 is outrageous. I get it, but 205 is pretty crazy.
It is. That's what I'm saying. I can't believe that this is what's happening. I would rather take over 2.5. I'd rather take over 1.5 double plays. Yeah. Wow. Over 1.5 double plays in the game is minus 115.
Okay. Would you prefer that?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
These are terrible prices. I don't even see a Mets game up. What time's that game?
1:00.
Let's see.
At least it says 1.
This slate might stink, guys.
It might stink. I'm going to warn you, though, tomorrow's slate's pretty bad, too. We only have 4 games tomorrow.
Guardians and turn to double play is plus 105. If it's
I threw it out there. I'm not a Gavin Williams guy, but guys get on base.
Yeah, but let me just see if they're turning things around. If they're turning double plays. If not, we're just going to have to pass on it, man. Nah, we got to pass on it. We got to pass. This is just, we're forcing it. I don't want to do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but we got ad reads to do about things that you don't want to force that are great, like power trends.
That's fine. So either way, though, I was going to wrap it up for the miscellaneous section. Before getting to our best bets and our fantasy entry, a reminder that we're brought to you by our sponsor, which is Circa. They're still hosting 3 of the biggest football contests in the NFL season. If you didn't actually realize, you have preseason starting for most of the teams in the next few days. But the regular season does start, I'd say, sooner than you think. And a reminder, you can enter these contests: Circa Million, Circa Survivor, Circa Rendissimo. Over 21 million guaranteed prizes. Cannot color us over to DGen if you're not competing in the football contest. At Circa, hang out with the guys at SGPN at Circa Contest Weekend from August 21st, 23rd for an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. Plus, you get 15% off your stay at Circa. You can go to HB15. And a reminder, the contest is open to everyone. Stop by Nevada with Menor, help the best transition proxy at footballcontest.com. Use code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, because they have power trends, which have been amazing for baseball and for WNBA so far this season. Power trends are updated every day. They're only available on Rhythm. The MLB power trends have been crushing it. A lot of under on batter hit props that are hitting at around 70%. WNBA has been even better. Power trends since the All-Star break are 27-16. I think I went 5-1 on WNBA power trends yesterday. I think you went 10-2. So we blindly back them every day, and we have more money in our accounts. That's kind of how it's been going for us.
It's paying for lots of stuff.
You've done the tallies. I think we're up like 45 units in the last month or something.
Yeah, since they launched, which was like a month ago, up 44 units.
44 units just blindly backing props. It's actually insane how good they've been.
Look at that. That is insane. And that's not counting what we're doing on the locals, where we're double dipping and just going straight to the to prop builder. What's funny is like a bunch of us are on Paul. It's a great bookie story, everybody. A bunch of us are on the same bookie who's like, why are you guys all hitting WNBA prop unders?
Pretty much, but these WNBA props have just been printing for the last like month or two. So we keep taking them.
I mean, do it, guys, because there's only a couple months left.
Yep, but a reminder, I'm just thankful they added more games to the schedule. Anyway, a reminder, they can download the app, check out Power Trends, start betting smarter. And we also have a free trial link with Rhythm. If you use the link sportsgamepodcast.com/rhythm, you get your 7-day free trial. Once again, 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamepodcast.com/rhythm to get your 7-day free trial. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our props for the show. Time to move on into our best bets for the card. Adam, what's your favorite play that you have on the card?
My favorite play on the card, honestly, is this Jeffrey Springs one. He's just so over his innings limit right now that there's a lot of ways I see it getting there. There's no reason to run Jeffrey Springs into the ground.
Okay. And do you remember what the price was for that?
Yeah, plus 128.
Okay. So for mine,
I see the former vice president of the United States asking what a DP is. I think you should Google it, or ask the chat. Ask the chat.
You can Google it, but not on the work computer.
Yeah, don't Google it on the work computer.
That's my advice for you there. I know BP was the oil spill. That's a separate issue that happened in society. But yeah, you might once again find some profit if you end up backing that market on DraftKings. You see any other books that posted DPs, or it's only DraftKings?
It's only DraftKings.
That's what I thought. So either way. A point is for mine. I'm going to go do I want to go for a fade of a player, or do I want to go for Soderstrom? You know what? I'll go in solidarity. I'll pick the same game. Give me Soderstrom over the 1.5 HRR at minus 105. I like the price. He's gone over in 5 straight. Cavalli's pitching. He's been shelled in the minors and basically his last couple of starts. He's been really bad. 5.25 ERA in the minors. And he has a hard hit rate of 47.5% in the last 10 games. So he leads the team in hard hit rate. He's been very good lately. The A's offense has been good, and the Nationals can't pitch. They have given up 7+ runs in 6 straight games. So I like the A's offense today. I think Soderstrom does well. Give me the over 1.5 HRR at minus 105 as my best bet for the show. Now it's time for the underdog entry for the show. Adam, what do you like? Anything Rhythm likes for the card today?
I mean, should we put in a Rhythm? Should we put in a WNBA power trend with it?
We can. I saw 2 on the board.
You talking about? Oh, look at this! The Queen Chelsea Gray under points and assists. That's a wagon. That's
She actually went over the last games. You could argue that she's in line to once again struggle today. So
all right. So yeah. So for those who are doing this, you are in for a treat because we are gonna do lower Chelsea Gray lower 13.5 points and assist. I really liked Dustin May.
Okay.
Over 2.5 earned runs.
Okay. So we can go for the higher on that.
Yeah, higher. And then what was the other one that I had mentioned that I thought might be good for us? The no hit on somebody.
Oh, it was either Kauser, Gasper, or one of these guys.
I don't know if I want to double dip on Kauser.
You want to do Gasper?
I don't know if he'll be up. Oh, he is.
He's in the lineup, so he should be up.
Yeah, he's up.
All right, you want to go for the lower on?
Oh, this is such a great. Okay, yeah, we're doing this. Mickey Gasper, lower than lower 0.5 total bases. Dustin May higher 2.5 earned runs allowed, and then Chelsea Gray, which is a rhythm power trend, lower 13.5 points and assists, and this is a 6.66 multiplier.
Okay, there we go.
I like it. So I'm firing on this first.
I do want to ask you though, what was the case for May again? Just out of curiosity. I feel like we didn't talk about
bad history against them, and just constantly, and just he's been over 2.5 earned runs in almost every single start.
It's also his first start with Boston, so we'll see how he does in Fenway. It could be
fun. It's just I mean, but also he was against the Royals earlier this year, and let me just look. I mean,
I'm assuming he didn't go too well. If I had to guess.
Oh, he was terrible. He went 4 innings, I believe. 4 innings. He gave up 4 runs in Kansas City when he was a Dodger. So yeah, it was terrible. It was in June. It was only
let's go Bobby Witt. So
Bobby Witt we're cheering for. So yeah, I'm gonna do that in this. Okay.
All right, that's fine. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for the show. I'll be back later today to break down the very small Thursday card. I'll be back once again for the prop show on Friday. If I'm on Twitter, Radio. If I'm on Twitter, @HeroesBurg. And until next time,